This girl is practicing yoga like crazy at home every day, but she's not doing it because she's bored. She's doing it to get into the belly of a deer doll, because only by hiding herself in this small space, she could do something big without being noticed. As she was able to get inside the doll was given to her as a gift from her fans. It was sent to a live celebrity broadcast, until the stars fell asleep in the middle of the night. The girl carefully unzipped the zipper, and slowly climbed out of the doll. At this moment, she doesn't dare to relax, because there are cameras everywhere. Once caught by the cameras, she will surely go to jail forever. So he took advantage of the camera's blind spot, crawling on the floor like a spider, slowly approaching the sofa where the stars are. As she crawled to the back of the couch, she quickly took out a spring-loaded knife. She stabbed the star's artery cleanly. After doing this, her face didn't have the slightest ripple, because next she had to take care of the rest of the stars. But just as she was moving on to her third target, suddenly there was a hiccup. The girl was so scared that she didn't dare to move. She was afraid she'd be caught by the other girl. Luckily, he was only talking in his sleep. He immediately fell asleep on the couch. Only then did the girl breathe a sigh of relief. Then she began to approach him slowly. Until the next day, the police found this gruesome scene. But the weird thing is, after investigating last night's surveillance, they didn't catch the killer. But what they didn't know, the doll deer in the room had disappeared. When the group didn't have a clue about the case, a talented artist realized something was wrong. He realized that all the victims had one common trait. That is a peaceful expression after death. This means they didn't know the murderer was ambushing the room. So they started playing back last night's surveillance. At a glance, the boy saw a dark shadow behind the couch, but it was just a blurry shadow. There was no face to be seen. To further analyze the situation, he went to the crime scene again to investigate, then followed the direction of the blood spray, and finally locked his eyes on a table lamp. At this moment his mind seemed to have an answer, but he didn't jump to conclusions, but he kept waving at the metal object. It turns out that he knew the reflected light in the surveillance could be a breakthrough in this case. In order to verify his suspicions, he slowly took out a variety of paints, and then tried again and again on the paper to depict the murderer through the shadows of metal objects. However, when he finished the portrait, what appeared on the paper was actually a spider.